Welcome to Eternal Easy Education. In this session, you are going to learn Chapter 12, Structured Query Language. Content of this video is, what are the constraints present in your syllabus? Unique, primary, default and check. So before entering into unique, we must know what is not null constraint. By default, a column can hold null values. That means if we are having 5 columns, we can leave 2 or 3 columns as per our wish without giving values. That is null value. A not null constraint enforces a column to not accept null values. This enforces a field to always contain a value, which means that you cannot insert a new record or update a record without adding a value to this field. Then what is unique constraint? Unique constraint ensures that all values in the column are different. Both the unique and primary key constraints provide a guarantee for uniqueness for a column or set of columns. A primary key constraint automatically has a unique constraint. However, you can have many unique constraints per table, but only one primary key constraint per table. So underline the word per table, only one primary key. A primary key constraint uniquely identifies each record in a table. A primary key must contain unique values and cannot contain null values. I'll repeat, contain unique values and cannot contain null values. A table can have only one primary key, but in a table, the primary key can consist of single or multiple columns. So you must be very clear with this. A primary key is available only one per table, but it can have multiple fields. Then check constraint. Check constraint is used to limit the value range that can be placed in a column. If you define a check constraint on a single column, it allows only certain values. For example, the salary must be below 50,000. The age must be greater than 18. Likewise, we can have a check limit, the range of limit for a particular field value. If you define a check constraint on a table, it contains the limit values in certain columns based on values in other columns in the row. Then what is default constraint? Default constraint is used to provide a default value for a column. So while we are adding a value to a column, we can have a default value for a particular column. It is necessary in some situations. Then table constraint. When the constraint is applied to a group of fields of a table, it is known as table constraint. Table constraint is normally given at the end of the table definition. We'll see the examples in exam solver. So, as we know, we have to start the exam control panel with Apache and MySQL. Go to admin option. It will open a window. In this window, select phpMyAdmin. Then there will be many tabs. Here we are going to use this SQL tab for example. So here we are creating a table. Create table, table name is student, ID is not null and primary key. Then last name, first name in age. So we are using the primary key as well as not null. A primary key can be used when the field is not null, it's mandatory. So the description will show like the integer, that means the ID is integer and it is null values allowed means no, and the key is primary key. So we have created a table with the constraint not null as well as primary key. Then we are inserting values. So the value is, there are 4 fields. So first ID is 101, last name is Raj and first name is Kumar and the age is 20. So we are going to give one record. And it is inserted successfully. Again, instead of 101 I am giving 102. Others are same data. So we are going to select and see. So 2 records are added, 101, 102, but other data are same. But there is no error because no primary key is set in that field. So again we are going to insert another record. Here I am going to give the same ID number. But the data here are changed. Even though data in other fields are changed, but the content, see it is 102. Again, already there is a value as 102. So if you are trying to insert the same value again, it is considered as duplicate value and it is not allowing to insert because of the primary key constraint present in that particular table. So is it clear, children? So primary key constraint usefulness is it will not allow duplicate values. Now we are going to insert a null value because I am not giving the value for the particular field. It is inserted in the sense it is taken as 0 because the emptiness is taken as 0 as the field is integer. So 0 is a unique value, so it is accepting. It is not treated as not null value. Again I am leaving the column as empty means it will not allow because already there is a 0. If it is empty means it has to treat as 0. So it is not allowing because it is treating it as 0 as another value. Is it clear, children? So as we are inserting an empty string, if it is an integer field, it is treating as 0. But again, if you try, it will not allow. So primary key does not allow duplicate values and it should not be null value. Is it clear, children? Now we are going to see another constraint, that is check. What is check constraint? So check constraint means, see here there are 4 fields: ID, last name, first name, age. In the age it is written as check age should be greater than 18. So the check constraint is given next to the field name. So all the records must satisfy the condition as the age must be greater than or equal to 18. We'll insert the value now. So one value is inserted. Another value also inserted. Now, if the age value is 17, that means the given condition is it must be greater than or equal to 18. So, it is not accepting. It is checking the check constraint value. Now, another constraint is default. See here a table with an employee, ID, name, age and city. City default values Chennai. So what is the use of default value means? If we leave the field city without giving value, it will take the default value as Chennai. So we created a table successfully with the default value Chennai. Now we are going to insert the record. Now we will see the structure of the table. So it is given the default value is Chennai. See here, we are inserted two records. One is 101 Rahul 25 Mumbai. Another one is 101 Rahul, but there is no value for the city. So the city value is not given, but anyhow there is no error, and it is going to give the default value Chennai to the field city. So select. So here it is Mumbai, next one is Chennai. We didn't give the value Chennai, but by default it is taking the value. So you have learnt primary, check and default constraints. So this is the content given in your book, unique, primary, then default, check. So you have seen all the examples now. So the table constraint example is at the end of the last field you can give a key constraint with one or more field names. This is said to be the table constraint. So you have learnt not null constraint. Ensure that a column cannot have null value. Default provides a default value for a column when none is specified. Unique means ensure all values in a column are different. Primary key defines each row and record in a database table. Then check constraint ensures that all the values in a column satisfies the certain conditions. That's all for this session. Thank you. Have a good day.